Who was Vladimir Putin? Vladimir Putin was born in Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, in 1952. His early career was spent working for the KGB, the Soviet intelligence agency, where he learned the art of secrecy and strategic maneuvering. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, he transitioned into politics, starting in his hometown. After moving to Moscow, his political ascent was swift. By 1999, he was prime minister. Just a few months later, he was named acting president. In 2000, he won the presidential election, promising stability and a return to Russian greatness after the tumultuous 1990s. For the next 2 decades, President Putin consistently worked to concentrate power in the Kremlin. Critics argue that he gradually weakened democratic institutions, reducing the power of regional leaders and tightening control over media outlets. He even switched roles with his prime minister from 2008 to 2012 to bypass term limits, ensuring his control remained absolute. Under his leadership, Russia's economy soared, largely thanks to rising global prices for oil and gas. This allowed him to rebuild the military and increase Russia's influence internationally. However, critics noted that this wealth was not evenly distributed, and corruption became a growing issue. Tensions with the West increased as Russia sought to regain influence over its former Soviet neighbors. In 2014, following a pro-Western revolution in Kyiv, Russia annexed the Crimean Peninsula from Ukraine, an action widely condemned by the international community as illegal under international law. Domestically, dissent was met with increasing severity. Journalists, opposition leaders, and human rights activists who criticized the government often faced arrest, persecution, or unexplained violence. Many fled the country. Putin's image relied heavily on controlling the narrative both at home and abroad. In the years leading up to 2022, Putin demanded guarantees that NATO would not expand further eastward toward Russia's borders, viewing the alliance as a direct threat. Western nations refused to grant these security guarantees, arguing that every sovereign country has the right to choose its alliances. The diplomatic situation grew dangerously cold. On February 24, 2022, President Putin ordered a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, calling it a special military operation to demilitarize and denazify the country. This invasion shocked the world and triggered the largest European land war since World War II. The war led to a massive humanitarian crisis, displacing millions of Ukrainians and causing destruction across the country. Western nations responded by imposing severe economic sanctions on Russia and sending massive aid to Ukraine. The conflict destabilized global food and energy markets. Vladimir Putin's nearly quarter-century reign redefined Russia's relationship with the world. He is seen by supporters as a strong leader who restored national pride, but by critics and much of the world as an authoritarian ruler responsible for the brutal war in Ukraine and the suppression of democracy at home. His legacy remains fiercely debated and continues to evolve.